Hello everyone. In this video, I will be showing you how to blur a part of an image using Python. We're going to be using the Python imaging library called PIL. So let's get started. From PIL, import image, image filter, and then create an image object. Image is equal to image.open, and inside the open function, pass in the path to where your image is stored. And let me show you the image.show. Save this and run it. So this is my image, and what I want to do is I want to blur out his face. To do so, I unfortunately do not have any function where you can directly blur out his face, so we need a couple of steps. So let me first explain you the steps, and then let's carry on with the code. So what we're first going to do is that we have our original image, and we have opened it using image.open, and now we can use it in our Python code. The second step is we want to crop out his face, crop out the face. So we want to crop out the face. Why? Because the blur function which we have, that function will blur out the entirety of the image. So we don't want to blur out the whole image, we just want to blur out his face. So what we're going to first do is we're going to crop out his face, and then we're going to blur the cropped image, and after that we're going to paste back the blurred image into the original image. Now I know it sounds pretty confusing and there are a lot of steps involved, so let me actually show you all of it one by one. The first part is already done. We have opened up the original image. Now the second part is the cropped image, right? So cropped image is equal to image.crop. Yes, there's a crop function, and which is very useful. This function will be able to crop out our image. All we have to do is pass in two coordinates. Now what two coordinates do we pass? Now what the crop function does is it will crop out a rectangular part of the image. So to do so, we need to give the crop function the top left corner coordinate and the bottom right corner coordinate. So since we want to crop out his image, think of an imaginary rectangle around his head. So you would want to take the coordinate at this point and the coordinate at this point. And to find the coordinate, if you're using Windows, you can use the software Paint, or if you're using Mac, you can just press Command Shift 4. You go to the screenshot mode, and now you see that the mouse has coordinates appearing next to it. So you use this and put the mouse on this side, and I think you can't see because of the black background, so but it's quite small, but you get the idea. So you need to get the coordinate in the top left corner and the coordinate in the bottom right corner. Once you have it, we can use it in the crop function. So I already took the coordinates earlier, and the coordinates which I took was 105 and 25 for the top left corner, and 330 and 160 for the bottom right corner. So these are the two coordinates which I'll be using for the cropped function. And after cropping the image, the third step is to blur out the cropped image. So what we do is blurred image is equal to cropped image dot filter. Now over here we use image filter dot Gaussian blur. Now the Gaussian blur is the function which will be blurring out our image, and this function has an argument called radius. Now the value of radius we're going to be using is 2, and you're probably wondering what's the value of radius. So the value of radius is actually going to control the level of blur on your image. So if the value of radius is less, it will be less blurry, and if the value of radius is larger, it will be more blurry. But let's start off with less blurry. And now finally the fourth step is pasting back the blurred image onto our original image. So what we do is image.paste. Yes, there's a paste function, and inside the paste function we pass in the image we are pasting, which is the blurred image, and we need to pass back the coordinates on which the blurred image will be pasted back. So what you need to do is you need to pass the coordinate which you took earlier to crop it out, this one. Now I'm emphasizing on these coordinates because you need to make sure that it's pasted back in its original position. If it's not, then the image will be very distorted and it won't fit together. So you need to make sure that the coordinates are the same. Now let me actually remove all these steps because otherwise we can't run our code, and I will also show you the cropped image dot show and the blurred image dot show, so that you know what I'm doing and what each line of code is outputting. And over here I'll also do image.show just to make sure you know what is the original image, what is the cropped image, the blurred image, and the final output. So let me save it and let me run this. Okay, so there are a lot of images. So this is our original image. Remember that. This is our original image. This is the cropped image. You see a rectangular portion was cropped out, and this point and this point are the two coordinates which we gave the crop function so that it can crop out the image. And then what we did is we blurred out this whole cropped image, and then we pasted this blurred image back to the original image, and now it seems that his face is blurred out. So if you compare with the original image, you can see his image is clearly blurred out. But let's say that the blur is not enough. You can still see his face. You can make out his eyes, right? So let me cross out all this and let me show you how to make it even more blurry. Let me remove these because I've already explained you what these functions are doing. So to make it even more blurry, we need to increase the value of the radius. So first we use 2, now let's use 20. Let's see how that turns out. Let's run this. And there you go. Earlier you saw that you could at least see his eyes, but now you can't see any part of his face. It's completely blurred out. So using the value of radius, which is over here, you can control the effect of the blur. So that's it, guys. I hope you have learned how to blur out images and parts of the image. I hope you have understood the concept, the steps in which I was able to blur out part of the image. I hope this video was useful, and if you want to watch more such videos in the future, please do subscribe, and thank you very much.